Hey everyone, welcome! Today we've got a story for you, and it's all about God's great big love. And let me tell you, this one is packed with secrets, surprises, and just so much joy. Are you ready?
So, do you like secrets? I know I do. Well, our story starts late at night. You know, when the moon and the stars are twinkling. It's the perfect time for secrets, and guess what? We get to peek into a super secret meeting.
Okay, so here's part one. We're going to meet a really smart teacher who had this huge question bubbling up inside him. It was such a big question, he felt like he had to ask it when no one else was around.
So, meet Nicodemus. Now, this guy was known for being super duper smart. Seriously, everyone thought he knew everything. But you know what? Even with a brain full of facts, he still had these big, giant questions way down deep in his heart.
So what did he do? He waited and waited until it was super dark and quiet and everyone was tucked in their beds. Then, he tiptoed through the streets to find Jesus because he wanted to ask his big question when it was just the two of them.
All right, so Nicodemus finds Jesus and asks his big secret question about God. And the answer Jesus gives him? Whoa. It was so surprising, so unexpected, that it probably made Nicodemus just stop and scratch his head like, huh?
Basically, Nicodemus was asking, how do I get to be close to God? How can I see all the wonderful things in his kingdom? And Jesus looked at him and said he needed something amazing, a brand new life.
A brand new life? Nicodemus was totally puzzled. You can just picture him scrunching up his nose thinking, wait a second, how can a grown-up get a brand new life? That sounds silly. It's not like you can turn back into a little baby.
But Jesus had this awesome way of explaining things. He said it's kind of like a little caterpillar. You know how it just crawls around on a leaf? Well, one day, poof, it changes into a beautiful butterfly. Its old crawling life is totally gone, and it gets this amazing new life, flying around with colorful wings. So you see, Jesus wasn't talking about being born all over again like a baby. Nope, he was talking about something even cooler. God giving you a beautiful, brand new heart inside. A heart that can love and be happy and feel totally free, just like a butterfly soaring in the sky.
Okay, so right after that, Jesus leaned in and told Nicodemus the most wonderful, most important secret in the whole wide world. And get this, it's the best news ever, and it's not just for Nicodemus, it's for you too. And here it is. The big secret is that God loves everyone so much. We're talking about a love that's bigger than the biggest mountain you can imagine and deeper than the deepest, bluest ocean.
And because of that giant love, that's why God sent Jesus. He didn't come to be upset with anyone. He came to save the world so that anyone, and I mean anyone, who believes in him can be best friends with God forever.
Okay, so this huge love of God, it changed everything for everyone. Now, let's switch gears a little and talk about one of Jesus' good friends, a guy named John. John had a really important job, but one day, his own friends started getting a bit, well, worried.
So here's John, and his whole job, his big purpose, was to be like a giant friendly arrow. He was pointing right at Jesus and telling everybody, hey, get ready, someone really amazing is on his way. And you know what? He absolutely loved his job.
But then, one day, John's friends came up to him, and they looked kind of worried. They were like, John, everybody is going to see Jesus now. Not as many people are coming to hang out with us anymore. Aren't you sad about that?
But was John sad? Was he worried? Not one tiny bit. Actually, when he heard what his friends said, a big smile probably spread across his face. His heart was just filled up with happiness and joy.
John explained it with a really cool picture. He said, think of it like a big, fun party. I'm not the most important person here. Jesus is. I'm like the best friend standing on the side, just cheering him on and being super happy for him.
And then John said something really awesome to his friends. It basically meant, this is all about Jesus getting bigger and me getting smaller. It was his simple way of saying, more Jesus, less me. And guess what? That idea made him the happiest person in the world.
See, John knew he wasn't supposed to be the star of the show. His job was to be that big arrow pointing everyone to the real star, Jesus. And watching everybody go to Jesus, well, that just filled his heart up with this big, bubbly, happy feeling.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's that God's love is huge, it's for everyone, and it can make you feel brand new, just like a butterfly.
And just like John, we can find so much joy when we share that amazing love. So I've got a question for you. How can you be a John today and point someone to God's big, wonderful love?